Yes, people, back for another Sport Uncensored chop up. So I thought it'd be good to discuss the topic of someone who's been all over the headlines in the transfer window, Alexander Isak.
Judas.
So we got my man who's refusing to go to training, refusing to play, really throwing his toys out of the pram to get his move. He feels a bit hard done by, feels like promises were broken. Other people are saying he should be professional. Where do we stand on this kind of behaviour from a professional footballer?
Joke, man. I would never want him anywhere near my football club.
Nah, I disagree with you, lot.
I
Love,
completely
man.
agree with you, mate.
No,
So do
I disagree.
Disgusting
If you guys,
behaviour,
if we look at it from an angle of you are employed by a company, another company would like your services and are offering you more money with a better opportunity. If you decided to leave, which is your right, and then the company that you currently work for says, nope, we're not going to allow you to leave.
It's not your right.
That's too
He's-
simplistic.
It is your right.
He's got 3 years
Why is
left.
it not
He's
his
got
right?
3 years
Signed the
left.
contract.
Is he a slave?
All right.
Whoa.
So how is it not his right to go then?
Let's hear from.
I feel like football is too simplistic.
He's a pagan.
Let's hear from Nahum.
He's a pagan, and I'll tell you why he's a pagan. Yeah, one, because he's letting my people down. You know what I mean?
Trust
he's
me,
from our country. He's not repping right. But this is extremely unprofessional behavior. Even if promises were broken, contracts were signed. He signed the contract. So actually, he's being unprofessional with that. He's the one that's breaching the contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not showing up to training. If he hadn't, Newcastle ain't said no, we're not going to sell you. They said they want the right money. And that's well within their rights. So when you're saying,
100%.
is he a slave? How can he be a slave? He's getting paid very well. He's chosen not to go training. He's chosen to take the unprofessional route because he wants out. It's not his right for him to say, oh, I want out, so you have to sell me. No, actually, you signed a contract to say, I'm here for 6 years. I'm here for 6 years on this money, and this is what an unwritten agreement. So actually, let it be a lesson to him.
He should have got a release clause, bro.
Get that written in writing. Furthermore,
But how do we know it's
he's
not
acted
written?
outside
How do
of
we
his
know it's
agent.
not written though?
If
Because
it's
we
not-
saw the
Because
same
if it was
thing.
written, then he could take them to court. He wouldn't have to do all of
But
this.
we saw the same thing with Gyökeres.
What
When
did we see with
Gyökeres was coming to
Gyökeres-
Arsenal.
Gyökeres one
What did
wasn't
we see with
written.
Gyökeres?
No, I'm not saying
Okay,
it wasn't written.
you know
I'm
what?
saying it was a gentleman's agreement where they said that if somebody came in at this price, we
You know,
will
that's-
sell you.
that's perfect that
Arsenal
you say
came
that.
in
That's
and then they
perfect that you
didn't
say that.
sell him.
Because both clubs, both those gentlemen agreements were made by people who are no longer at the club.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that gentleman agreement that
Hugo Viana.
that Gyökeres had, he had it with Hugo Viana. Hugo Viana went mid-season to Man City. Yeah. He didn't start working, but he was on gardening leave from there. So he got that at a time. He's no longer the guy in charge. Amanda Staveley left. So if he had that agreement, by the way, this is speculation. No one said that he's got that agreement. They're speculating that he's got that agreement. Yeah, they said, oh, he told them at the start of last season he wants to leave. Yeah,
That
I don't
just
know.
that came out of the blue as well.
Even that.
I'm of the opinion if you get new facts, you can change your mind. So I'll change my mind, but I will still stand by saying
outside of
he
his
should be
agent.
allowed to
He's
do what he
also
wants
acting
to do.
outside of his agent.
What you
His
saying?
agent's not advising
What
him.
you
He's
saying?
taking on this.
What's your take on this, Abs?
I was just going to say exactly what En just said. He is doing this off his own backbone. His agent hasn't advised him to do this. His
behaving
entourage
like a
hasn't
child.
advised him to do this.
Pathetic.
He's doing this on his own back foot. And if you want to employ a player like that could potentially, say for example, Madrid came in for him in the next 2-3 years, he's going to do the same exact thing with like 3 years on his contract. I'm sorry,
doesn't-
man, but what he's doing
Bro,
as a
doesn't look
professional footballer, as a professional footballer, Newcastle made you what you are right now. You know what I'm saying? They brought you
so
to this
said-
league.
so said
They
had
brought
a
they
bar.
brought him to this league off a risk. Because when they bought him from Sociedad, he wasn't
Injury prone.
he was
4
not
goals.
he was not the striker that we are seeing today in the Premier League. It's not the Isak that we have
and he
seen
cost a
on the
lot of
upward
money.
trajectory. And 63 million
No,
as well.
I hear what you guys are saying.
And they signed him off 9 goals as well.
No, I hear what
Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
I hear
So,
what you
bro,
guys are
he
saying.
has to start showing some respect to Newcastle, man.
What are you saying, man?
No, I
For
was
real.
gonna say I hear what you guys are saying, and I do agree with you guys to some extent.
Trust me,
My
bro.
whole thing is this, right? Liverpool came in with what? Obviously, we're just going
And
to
unsettled
speculation.
him. They're a
No,
they
came-
very classless
no,
club.
they-
That's what
Classless,
people
man.
need to
They
understand.
came in and unsettled him,
We'll
but
get onto that
my point is,
Yeah.
I'm trying to say they came in with what obviously reporters are saying was a very high amount. Because the entire thing for the last year or two is if you come in with 120 mil,
No.
you can have him.
It was,
Right.
it was
Newcastle never said
150. They said 150.
Newcastle never
from
said
the
that.
get.
Press.
Bro, the press.
That was the
pre-
media,
that's
bro.
the
No, the media
Yeah, that's
say
more the press, though.
say things, but how many times have the media said a price and that price is exactly what a player goes for?
Not often.
Let's not now pretend that the media always get it wrong.
No.
The number was 120 million. Liverpool came in and said, "Here's 120 million."
They didn't offer
Newcastle.
120.
They offered 110.
They offered 110 after the add-ons.
Beside the points, though, you said something about classes.
Listen.
Wait. How much do you think Liverpool or any other situation where a player's been upset about not getting their move,
Yeah.
how much do you think Liverpool have contributed to
Listen,
that behaviour?
we can only speculate. We don't know what Liverpool
Based on
said to them
speculation.
behind closed doors, but it appears that Liverpool have said something to him, made promises to him, and then they've gone lowballed Newcastle. So they've made him look like a mug. and that's the truth. And to what 12 said, you signed the contract. It's not as simple as I want to go, I'm going to throw my toys at the pram. You're a grown man, behave like it.
They've invested
You
in
get
Facts,
paid
bro.
a lot of money.
Facts.
And at the
They've
end of the
invested
day,
heavy.
if he thought there was bigger and better things for him on the horizon, he should and could have said, I'll come to you, Newcastle, but I would like a release clause put into my contract. He
Facts.
didn't
Some
do
clubs
that.
don't, some clubs don't like that though.
Well, then don't go
Right.
to Newcastle.
That's it.
It's a very simple-
That's it, bro. That's his own fault,
you
man.
If you think that your trajectory is gonna take you from here to here to here, you got to
You gotta plan your steps, bro.
in those contract negotiations from
I
the
hate
beginning.
you. I hate
You know what I
you.
mean, they already signed it for big money, so the next move, if it worked, that was always
gonna
going to
be
a
at
huge
least
move.
double.
You know what I mean? Newcastle helped him stay fit. That's something he struggled with
That's
his
what I'm
entire
saying,
career. They've helped him develop and create a name for himself in the league. They pay him very well. They've done a lot for him. And that's not to say that Newcastle's the beginning and end for him. He can move to a lot of
He
different.
has also repaid it though.
Final-
Okay, but he's under contract. He's not repaying it right now.
Alright,
No,
final-
I hear what you're saying.
No, hold
Let
on,
me-
hold on.
let
There's
me-
still
wait,
a little bit
wait,
of meat on the bones
No,
at the
no,
minute.
there's just something because
Yeah, bro, man's hungry, bro.
I think everyone makes a point, and I think it's a good point. But then if we switch the sentiments and we have let's say it's Belieber and you guys want Belieber, or it's whoever and you want them.
Okay.
How does that sway
Okay,
your
watch.
perspective?
This is how I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I think I watched. Was it today, maybe, or yesterday? An interview with Wayne Rooney. I think it might be on a Match of the Day actually. He said when he wanted out of Man United, he put in a transfer request, right?
I remember
But
that, yeah.
even though it wasn't something that was popular amongst the Man United, probably his teammates and his fans, he didn't refuse to go training.
Yeah.
He didn't refuse to play
Exactly.
any football games. He said, "I want to leave the football club. I'm going to forfeit money furthermore because that's what a transfer request does."
The loyalty
If Isak is serious, why has he not put in a transfer request? Because he wants to have his cake and eat it too, and I'm not having that.
Can I say something as well? It's just like in a relationship, bro. How you found her is how you lose her, bro. You know what I mean? If he's done this to leave,
He's going to do it to
he's
Liverpool.
gonna do it to Liverpool or whatever again
Yeah,
when he wants
trust
to.
me,
Now if
bro.
he wants to go Barca, Madrid in a couple years time, he'll do the same there if they don't
Exactly.
let him just move. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
hate it.
Bad, bro. It's bad.
I hate it. It doesn't.
unprofessional.
It looks unprofessional. Yeah.
What are you saying now?
No, I'm just saying it's unprofessional, man. Just to echo what the lads have said on the panel, but it's very, very unprofessional, man. And I wouldn't want a player like that at my football club. We had Garnacho and we've kicked him to the curb. Do you know what I'm saying?
So is that an example of how to handle
Do you know what I'm saying? You
someone
kick,
that wants out?
obviously you can just kick them to the curb, man. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got 3 years left on his contract. It's
On
not
your
like
terms.
he's
Oh, yeah, of course.
On your
of course.
terms.
on your
Like,
terms.
you're not
yeah,
dictating
bro.
nothing.
Yeah, you're not dictating nothing.
No, but people
he tried to say,
have this perception that because you're the player, you're the star, you decide.
Nah, man.
Brother, you're under contract.
He's-
If the club doesn't want you anymore, remember they pay your wages.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying,
he's
bro.
If they decide
They
to
send
say,
the fines
no,
across.
but I'm saying
He's got-
if-
he's got
you know,
3
you know
years,
a lot
yeah,
of people
3 years.
they make the point of, or when a club doesn't want a player anymore, they throw them to the side. Brother, they pay you a lot of money to have
do
the
that.
right to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. You pay Newcastle absolutely zero.
Zero.
Zero. So you shut your mouth and
entirely
you
Yeah,
do
no,
as you're
facts,
told.
bro. You
entirely
have to.
true.
You have to, though.
That's not entirely true. I disagree with that. Every player, who especially the big ones, have brands and they come back and contribute money.
He got those
to
brands
that
because they put him on a platform to be able to.
Exactly,
Who was
bro.
Isak
That's
before
because of
that?
Newcastle,
Wait,
bro.
no, guys, are we actually going to pretend
that
that
wasn't-
Isak was a nobody before Newcastle?
Of course,
was
it
close
wasn't.
to
Bro.
nobody.
What's
He
this
was
guy
not
doing, man?
commercial
Let's not
success.
do
He
that
was
because he's
close to
Eric Chen, man.
nobody.
Wait, you guys
Let's
are-
not do that because
wait,
he's Eric Chen, man.
No, no.
Only
Let's
because
not do this because he's Eric Chen. What are you doing?
No,
Let's not do this because he's Eric Chen, man.
Nothing to do with that.
Let's wheel it back. let's wheel
Wait.
it back,
I
let's
want to
wheel it
ask
back.
Median a question here.
Okay.
Whoa, what's going on, man?
Is it-
Med almost
if
set off
you're-
the man, them.
Let's put the name to the side.
Yeah.
You've learned that your club wants a striker that scored 4 goals last season,
Okay.
and they want to pay 63 million, was it euros or pounds or
Euros,
whatever?
yeah,
It doesn't
euros.
really make a difference.
Yeah.
You're telling me that guy's a somebody.
No, he was injured.
Come
for
on,
the
man.
vast majority of the
He
season,
scored,
though.
he
It
scored.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't
where-
matter.
He was injured for the
He
vast
wasn't
majority.
prolific.
He was not
It
what
It
he's
doesn't.
done
It
before.
doesn't matter
Because
what
his goal scoring record in
circumstances.
Spain is
Guys,
awful.
I am not trying.
It's not because he got 20 goals the season before.
Thank you. I am not trying to be a
That's the one
contrarian.
time in his
That's
career.
a yeah.
No, but
That's
wait,
an
hold on, hold on.
overperformance.
Wait, guys,
He
guys.
overperformed.
Yeah.
Let me land.
He overperformed.
I'm not trying to be a contrarian here. We are not going to sit here and try and pretend that Isak was a nobody before he signed for Newcastle. And we're not going to also pretend that Newcastle were a big team before he went to Newcastle. Let's not do that. He has been pivotal to the fact that they are now in Champions League and actually competing to an extent in Europe and at the Premier
But
League
so
level.
has Guimaraes.
No,
Yeah,
but
well,
let's
thank
not
you,
play that
bro.
game. It's facts.
But
it's
it's not
facts.
him only,
Are
though.
you
No,
telling me
hold
right
on.
now? You can
So
you
what
can tell
about
me hand
Gordon?
on heart.
What about Bruno G,
They've
Joe
all played the
Linton?
part, but they've all played a part. But you telling me hand on heart that you can say that Isak has nothing to do with the
No,
level
he
that they're at right
absolutely
now?
has. No one said
He is
that.
so influential to
But
that
no
team.
one's argued that fact.
This guy's not a bench player. You guys
No
are moving
one's
mad.
argued that, though.
Let's wrap it up.
We're saying,
Alright,
one
let's
second,
wrap-
please,
go
bro.
on,
We're
wait.
saying He is an amazing player, no doubt.
Alright.
And that's the reason why Liverpool wants him.
Alright,
But
let's try.
do it the right way.
Okay, I got you.
I don't disagree, by the way.
So, to a very compelling argument, a lot of different sides and different takes.
Now
and
let's rock it out after this, innit?
a lot of different sides and different takes. What's
Shocking behaviour.
how would you feel if a player made that effort to join your club?
But how would you
man,
feel
fuck
if the
that.
player done that to your club?
No, love, man.
Yeah.
That's the other way.
Comment. Comment. Where do you stand on this in these situations?